In this lecture, we are going to talk very briefly about some considerations when it comes to choosing cloud vendors. There are two main takeaways that you need to know for the CIPM exam. First, you need to know about the Cloud Industry Forum, or CIF. So we will start by explaining what that organization is. And then we're going to go through a short list of CIF vendor considerations. So the Cloud Industry Forum, or again CIF, is a non-profit organization that promotes adoption of cloud-based services. They provide transparency through a code of practice certification. They work to educate and inform cloud service stakeholders and analyze market trends and support collaboration. The CIF has several considerations for organizations that are thinking about working with cloud vendors. The first is to consider certifications and standards. For example, ISO 27001 is an information security standard, and also the UK Cyber Essentials Scheme. For the exam, you don't need to know anything else about 27001 or the UK Cyber Essentials Scheme. Just know that these are certifications and standards that should be considered when doing due diligence on cloud vendors. CIF also wants organizations to consider interoperability and data management. With regards to data management, you need to consider data center locations, data availability, latency, redundancy, policies, and procedures. For cybersecurity, you need to consider controls, logs, and encryption. And also remember that when you're doing due diligence on a vendor, you're not going to be looking just at that one organization, but also any subcontractors or service dependencies. And so if your primary contractor or vendor is subcontracting some of that work out, or if that vendor is dependent on other services, and those are all needed to provide you with your service or product, you want to make sure that you're taking those subcontractors and service dependencies into consideration. And so really the main takeaway here from CIF is that you do your due diligence. I believe most of this was covered in our previous discussion on carrying out due diligence for vendors in general. The main additions here are interoperability, data management, and subcontractors and service dependencies. In this lecture, we looked at the Cloud Industry Forum's suggestions concerning working with cloud vendors. This was a very short lecture, and so I'm not going to reread the different points here. As always, you can hit pause and review on your own time.